All right, coming down to a seated posture, Sukhasana, something that's nice and comfortable for you. Taking a moment to settle into your space, rooting down through your sits bones, and then creating some length through the spine as you sit up tall and proud. Allowing the shoulders to drop away from the ears, creating some space throughout the chest and the heart. Perhaps closing down through the eyes if that feels right for you this morning. Noticing your breath. And perhaps beginning to smooth out the breath, lengthening the inhales. Smoothing out the exhale. Breath in and out. Breathing in, expanding through the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Audible release. Again, breathing in and out. Continuing at your own pace, your own rhythm of breath. Letting any tension or tightness drain from your body, from the top of your head, releasing all the way out. Bringing one hand to your heart, the other to your belly. Feeling the expansion of your breath beneath your hands. Bringing the bottom hand to rest over the top, over your heart. Taking a moment to sink into the feelings of gratitude. The feelings of love and compassion. Breathing into the space of your heart. Feeling that love begin to radiate outwardly. Tuning into the rhythm of your heart. The rhythm of love, compassion, appreciation. Extend the arms out long, reaching the fingertips towards the ground. Bring a little more length through the spine as you sit up tall, letting the top of your head reach up towards the ceiling. Tucking the chin into the chest, stretching through the back of your neck. Exhale, right ear towards the right shoulder, through center. Left ear, left shoulder, center. Inhale to the right. Exhale, center. Left. One more time on each side. Breath in and out. Tucking the chin into the chest. We'll hold it here. And then extending the arms, reaching them straight out in front of you. Reaching the hands away from the face. rounding through the spine, breathing into the space between the shoulders. And then with your next breath in, we'll reach up nice and tall, pressing through the palms, feeling the chest expand and open. And then exhale, we'll bring the hands behind the back, shifting the chest forward, pinching the shoulder blades back. Breathing into this shape of your body. Coming through center, fingertips reaching off to the side. Inhale, breath in, reach high. Exhale, hands to heart center, pressing into the palms, letting the elbows reach wide. Thumbs settling on the chest. Inhale, round through the spine as you extend the arms, hollowing through the belly. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Coming into that back bend. Yes, shining the chest forward. Creating the space, opening up. Coming back through center. One more time, inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Interlace around, peeling away. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, release. Taking it into a back bend. Option to lift the hips off of the mat. Pressing the hips forward, opening up. Sending your gaze up or perhaps back. And lowering it down. Beautiful. Let's extend the legs out long for a moment before bringing them back in. Opposite order, opposite foot comes in first. So maybe stacking the ankles on top of one another or in front of one another. Bringing the hands to the tops of the knees. We'll take some circles through the hips, forward. And then we'll just keep it in one direction, moving in one movement. Inhale forward, exhale, rounding through the spine. Finding some freedom as you begin to let go. And then taking that in the opposite direction, breath in. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Breath in. Nice job. Coming through center. Connecting the fingertips to the floor, to the mat. Let's sweep the left arm up and over. And bringing it through center. Right arm sweeps. Breathe in. And out. Continuing, switching arms. Side body stretch, bringing movement to the spine. One more time each side, breath in and out. And then making that movement a little more fluid, we'll reach the left arm forward and then back. Inhale and out. Maybe even drawing the fingertips along the floor. Increasing the range of motion, increasing your mobility. Letting your breath warm up your entire body. One more time. Center. Opposite arm reaches, breath in and out. Reach, opening up through the chest. One more. Coming through center. Let's take the shoulders, shrugging them up to the ears, and then exhale, releasing them back. Inhale, shoulders to the ears. Exhale, releasing them back. One more. Settle. Circle sweep the arms. We're going to cross at the wrists. Doing that again. Breath in. Exhale, pinching the shoulder blades back. One more. And then taking a twist over the right shoulder, looking to the right side of the room. Left hand can press against the right thigh, allowing for a deeper twist. Breathing into the lower spine here. Coming back through center. Circle sweep the arms 3 times. Breath in and out. Taking that twist over to the left side. Breath in, creating that length through the spine, sitting up tall. On the next exhale, finding a deeper rotation, deeper twist. Coming through center, we'll find our way into tabletop on all fours. So shifting the weight into the hands, bringing the shoulders to stack directly over the wrists, and then pressing the thumbs and your index finger, pressing them firmly into the mat. We'll press the tops of the feet down, reaching the toes straight back, feeling the stretch through the ankles. From here, dropping the belly, sending the tailbone high, and then lifting the chin, lifting your gaze straight forward, shifting the shoulders away from the ears, breathing in and out, pressing firmly into the palms. Begin to peel the spine as you come into cat pose, tucking the chin in towards the chest, sending your gaze between your legs to the back of the room. Rooting into the hands and the feet, begin to push the belly down, lifting the tailbone and your gaze. Breathing into this entire shape of your body, the front line, the tissues and the muscles of your back. Root down, round through the spine, cat. Coming back through center, neutral, spine, tabletop. Right hand is going to stay grounded. We'll extend the left arm. So reaching the fingertips forward, thumb pointing up towards the ceiling, and then your gaze at your mat to protect your neck and your spine. Option to extend the opposite leg, so your right leg, toes can rest on the mat. They can stay right there, or you can begin to lift, keeping the toes shifted down, feeling that internal rotation through the hips. Activating through your limbs, feeling the strength of your glutes, your quads, engagement of the core, and coming through center. Nice job. Pressing a little bit more into the left hand now. We're going to keep that left hand down. Right arm extends. Feeling the strength of your bicep, the reach through your fingers. Option for that left leg to extend. Left heel pressing straight back. Great job. Let's take a break. Coming into child's pose, sending the knees wide, big toes to touch. Dropping the hips towards the heels. Child's pose, extension of the arms, feeling the length of your spine. And then surrendering down, bringing the head towards the mat. Taking a moment to reconnect with your breath. Drawing the hips towards the heels, sinking in a little bit deeper. When you're ready, shifting forward into tabletop. Keeping that left hand glued down to the mat, shoulder stacking over the wrist. We'll open up to a side plank, modified side plank, keeping that left knee down, stacking all the joints, creating that strong foundation, the strong alignment. And then option to extend through the right side, through the right arm perhaps, or the right leg. Maybe creating some movement through the wrists and the ankle, moving that energy. It's your practice, finding your unique expression. And then coming through center, back into tabletop. Shifting the weight into the right side this time, right shoulder stacks, right knee down, and then blossoming open to the left. Beautiful, creating the stability through the bottom half of your body, through the right half, and then maybe finding that lift through the left. Taking it through center, table. Planting the tops of the feet down. We're going to drop the hips towards the heels in a circular motion. And then moving in the opposite direction. Coming back into harmony with your breath. Coming back into table. We'll tuck the toes. Pressing the toes against your mat, pressing into the balls of the feet. From here, we're going to hover the knees, engaging through the core. Holding, finding that strength in the core, through your arms, shoulders. And then finding your way into your first down dog. Pressing the hips up towards the ceiling. Head resting in between the biceps. Beginning to smooth out your spine. Straightening your legs as much as you can. And then bringing the heels a little closer to the ground. Taking a breath in, lifting the tailbone up slightly. As you exhale, driving your chest towards the tops of your thighs, really sinking in. 2 rounds of breath. Falling deeper into your stretch, into
Downward facing dog. On your next inhale, shifting the weight forward, coming into plank. Shoulders stacked over the wrists, pressing into the index finger as well as the thumbs. Exhale, downward facing dog. A little stronger the second time. Settling in. And then we're gonna step the right leg through the hands into a low lunge. Right knee over the front ankle, back leg long. Always an option to set that back knee down. We'll root down into the left hand, and then option for extension as you open up to the right. Strong through the legs. Stacking shoulder over shoulder if you're opening up. Lengthening through the top fingers. And then coming through center. Sending your gaze straight forward. And then we'll drop that left knee down. We'll drag the fingertips so they rest underneath the shoulders, lifting through the chest. Inhale, rise, reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Letting the thumbs settle against the chest. Beautiful. Let's do that again. Breath in, sweep. Exhale, hands to heart. Option to take it into a twist where we'll connect the left elbow to the right thigh. Stacking the hands, stacking the palms. Strong through the legs, and then finding that perfect twist for you this morning. Unwinding, coming back through center, back to the floor. Option to pick up that back knee. Low lunge, option for your twist. Then maybe taking that top arm, reaching it so it's running parallel with the back leg, reaching through the fingertips, opening up through the chest, taking the arm, lifting it high, and then to the front of the room. Center. Drop the right hand down. Big step back to plank. We'll angle the knees, setting them down. Modified chaturanga, high to low push-up. And then push the mat away as you come into cobra. Shining the chest forward. Tucking the toes. Sending the hips to the sky, down dog. Beautiful job. Paddling through the heels. Coming back into rhythm with that nourishing breath. And then some stillness with your down dog. Breath in, feeling that lift through your spine, through the back of your legs. Exhale, melting chest towards the thighs. Left leg, big step forward, or a couple of steps. Knee over the front ankle. And we'll plant the right hand down, twisting open towards the left. Option to extend the left arm. Bring the left hand down. Gaze forward. Go ahead and set your back knee to the floor. Drag the hands under the shoulders. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Breath in, reach. to the heart. One more time. Inhale, hands to heart. Option to stay here or bring it into a twist. Right elbow, we're going to hook it. Planting the hands, bringing the chest towards the thumbs. And then coming down, back into your lunge. Option to raise the back knee and twisting open. Top hand, option to extend it straight back. So reaching through the back heel, through the fingers. And then shifting that arm straight up. Lengthening. Reaching to the front of the room. Inhale, reach. Bringing that left hand, that top hand to the floor. Stepping your way back to plank. Chaturanga, option to take it on the toes this time. High to low push-up, elbows pointing straight back. Up dog or cobra, on or off the thighs. Take a moment here. Opening up the chest, dropping the shoulders from the ears. Tuck the toes, hips to the sky, down dog. From here, adding a bit of a sway, maybe swaying through the hips, or the head, the neck, or both. And then coming into stillness with your down dog. Breath in, and exhale, melting. Inhale, take the right leg, lift it up high, pointing through the toes, squaring through both shoulders, pressing a little more into that right hand. Right leg, we're going to bring it through to a low lunge, one step, two step. And then dropping the back heel, turning the toes out to a diagonal. Warrior one, we lift up, breath in. Rotating the pinkies in, allowing the shoulders to drop back slightly. Strong alignment through that front knee, letting it stack over the ankle. And we'll step back with the left foot, warrior two. So blossoming open. Beautiful. Letting the shoulders stack directly over the hips. Top hand's going to reach forward. We'll flip the front hand and then reverse it back. Warrior two. Sending your gaze over that top hand. Flip and reach. Reverse. Beautiful. Let's take it down. Low lunge. Pivoting on that back foot. Right knee over the ankle. Step it back. Plank. Maybe single leg plank. Chaturanga, high to low. Up dog or cobra. You got it. Down dog. Melt. Settle. Just letting the head kind of rock from side to side. And then when you're ready, taking the left leg, lifting it up high. Left leg coming through into that low lunge. And then dropping the back heel, warrior one, reach. Letting the shoulders glide away from the ears. Warrior two, back leg, we'll step out. Shoulders over the hips. Flip the front hand, the left hand we reach. And extend, reverse warrior. Melting this right shoulder away from the ear. Warrior two. Settling here. Inch forward. Flip. And reach. Virabhadrasana 2. And then taking it down, low lunge. Stepping it back to plank. Maybe Ekapada, one-legged plank. Chaturanga, elbows point back. Up dog or cobra. Straight into child's pose, setting the knees down. Settle, melting the tops of the feet down. Bringing the chest to rest against your mat. Taking the right arm, threading it underneath the left. Bringing the shoulder blade to slide against the mat. And just surrender into the stretch. Coming back through center. Maybe sliding those fingertips towards the front edge of your mat, just reaching a little bit deeper. Left arm, we take it, reaching it through. Feeling the twist through the spine. Coming back. And rising up. We'll take hero's pose here, sitting on the heels. And then taking the right arm, we're going to thread it underneath the left. Beautiful. And then lifting the elbows up to the chin, the level of the chin. Exhale, creating some space as you reach the arms away from the face. Rounding through the shoulders. And then let's release that, taking eagle arms on the other side. Opposite arm, threads under. Stacking the elbows. Finding that lift, that elevation to the level of your chin. Exhale, creating that space, that distance. Breathing into the back of your body, the space between your shoulders. Releasing that. And coming into a seat into Navasana, boat pose. From here, stamping the soles of the feet down, bending the knees, and then we'll shift back. Letting tension or tightness drain from your face. Finding some ease in this pose. Let me lower it down just a bit more. Lift up, breath in. And out, dropping back down once again. Hold. Lift the right. Set it down, lift the left. Nice job. Go ahead and drop both feet. And then scoot the hips towards the heels. We're going to come all the way down to the back. To the supine position. Extending the arms straight back. And then pointing the toes. Let the back begin to lift off of the mat. And from here, tucking the knees into the chest. We'll wrap the arms around the shins. Let your back press into your mat here.
And maybe moving from side to side. Happy baby, Ananda Balasana, blissful baby, bending the knees and then grabbing for whatever is accessible. Shifting the knees towards the ground, expanding, opening up through the flexors of your hips. We can rock gently from side to side if that feels good. Finding that ease. Bringing the knees back into your chest. Tight squeeze, pulling the knees in. And then keeping the left knee pulled into the chest, we'll extend the right leg long, letting it fall back to the mat. Pulling the left knee in. Let the knee fall out towards the left bicep. And we'll take this top leg and reach it over the right side of the body, letting the knee drop towards the floor, stacking the hips on top of one another. You can lean into this stretch or begin to add a twist by extending the arms out to a T, bringing that left shoulder towards the mat. Right hand can come onto the left thigh. And then coming through center, bringing knees back into the chest. Left leg extends, releasing back to the earth. Right knee pulls in. Right knee pulling out towards the bicep. Bringing the knee to drape over the left side of the body. Stacking the hips, option to lean into it. Or opening up into that twist, extension of the arms. Settling through the shoulders, sending your gaze over to the right. Bring your knees into your chest. Setting the feet down, bridge pose, knees bending, pointing up towards the ceiling, and then arms will settle on the mat. Fingertips reaching towards the back of your heels, pressing into the hands as well as your feet. Begin to lift the hips, squeezing through the glutes, shining the chest, lifting it up. Lowering down one vertebrae at a time. Let the knees drop in towards one another. Let's come back into bridge pose for a second time, pointing the knees straight up, securing down through your feet. Breath in, lift. Pressing into the hands, into the feet. Lowering down. All the way down, soles of the feet to touch, knees drop wide. Baddha Konasana pose. Let the knees draw towards the ground. Let's bring the right hand to the heart, the left hand to the belly. Bring the bottom hand over the top, both resting at the space of your heart. Breathing in love, compassion, appreciation. And we're going to come into a restorative fetal pose. You have a prop. You can use a bolster, a pillow, a blanket. So we'll start with the left leg long. So the bottom leg is going to be long. And then the prop is going to come right alongside that bottom leg. Lower down, maybe resting against your bicep or a pillow or a blanket. We're just finding a really beautiful support for your body. We'll bend the top leg and letting it rest against that pillow or prop. Just giving yourself permission to be supported and nurtured here. And then let's unwind, coming onto our back, grabbing that prop so you can flip over to the other side. Extending the right leg long, tucking that prop alongside the leg, resting the head, bending the top leg, finding that restorative, nourishing twist, and just collapsing into the pose. Sense of being held and supported. And then making your way into Shavasana. Maybe bringing that prop, that bolster to rest underneath your knees, or bringing a pillow or blanket in. Giving yourself this opportunity to be deeply nourished. Allowing yourself to rest, to relax. Feeling a heaviness over your physical body. anchoring and grounding you. Releasing the shoulders, your hips and heels. Letting tension begin to drain from the body, releasing into the earth. Notice the rhythm of your breath. Just observing your breath. Experiencing the vibration of sound. And when you're ready, beginning to bring some movement back into the body. Maybe wiggling out the fingers and the toes. You can begin to sway the body a little from side to side, maybe rocking out the head. And peeling your eyes open. And gathering the knees into the chest. Wrapping your arms around your shins. Mentally whispering the words, I love you. And thank you. When you're ready, we can rock the length of our mat, coming back into a seated posture. All the way up to the top. Sukhasana, easy seats. Bringing hands to rest at the heart. Taking a breath in. And an audible exhale out. And we bow forward to seal our practice from my heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with us.